Welcome to RTBro's Trading Academy, where we focus on only the charts instead of the news or fundamentals, because news and fundamentals can be manipulated by whales to take your money. The weekly close is in, and so now we have a lot more information that we can use to make a better decision going forward with the next week. So let's go ahead and dive right in. So the first thing we're going to look at is right here on Bitcoin. This is the daily chart. We have this little block right here that we've been looking for an actual retest. Now, we gotten very close multiple times, but we never actually touched it. So after multiple attempts, we finally came down here and did actually make this retest. We've also had a pretty strong reaction so far, which is what we should be expecting for a daily breaker. This is a very tight level of consolidation. It's already been fought over by the bulls and bears. So this level should now act as a major support, and so far we are getting it. Obviously, it's early, but overall, guys, this does look really good. Now, if we do lose this level, we have a 4-hour 200 moving average right below it, and then way down here at 38,000 to 39,000, we have this 4-hour breaker. Like I mentioned, you guys, if we lose this 4-hour breaker, it's going to go really, really poorly, okay? So this is a must hold level for the bulls for us to remain bullish, guys. If we lose this, it's going to get very, very nasty. All right, but right now, this is a major level of support, and it should not be overstated. Also, the weekly close has happened like we mentioned, and if you look at this weekly breaker, you can see it is still acting as a major level of resistance. We also have a really nasty shooting star candle here, which really isn't a good sign, guys. This means that the bulls were able to push the price all the way up, but the bears came back and pushed us all the way down. This is a bearish indicator if you want to look at it as a single point of analysis, right? So the monthly or the weekly candle close does not look good, okay? But you cannot trade off of a single indicator, and there's other things to be looking at as well. So weekly breaker did confirm as still being a resistance, which we would expect. However, the 3-day level is still holding up. Okay, we're currently trading underneath it, but the 3-day level, we need to get back into this 3-day breaker in the next 22 hours, or this is also going to act as a resistance. So right now we have a monthly breaker and a weekly breaker that are still acting as resistance, but we are currently inside, or we are currently still acting as support on this 3-day breaker, and of course on this daily one that we are currently testing. So in other words, we have a lot of fight and give and take that's happening right now. So we really can't take too much information from this fight. Just be aware that there is a massive fight that is happening, and I would not be surprised if we continue to range for a bit more until we do get a decisive break in either direction. So daily breaker, 4-hour breaker, 4-hour 200 moving average. Now, something else I'm looking at is that we do have a 4-hour falling wedge that is forming, and it looks like the apex is right here at this 4-hour breaker, guys. So if you want a bullish case, this is absolutely a good one. So you can see we have a solid creation, retest right there. And this is going to conclude right in this area. So obviously, if we break down from here, this would be a very bearish sign, in which case this 4-hour level is going to be tested. However, this is absolutely a bullish case for the bulls. So if we are able to pump out of here, okay, with some sort of conviction, this would give me a lot of confidence going forward that we are going to have some sort of upside in the near future. All right. Now over here, this is my overall time frame chart, like you guys are aware. Let's go ahead and get rid of this, and let's get rid of this, just so we make it a little cleaner. As you guys can see, this right here is my sell everything zone, guys. The reason why is because this is going to be a golden pocket retracement of this entire structure, right? We have a golden pocket retracement right there, and we also have 2 3-day levels. This 3-day breaker right here, our point of breakdown, and we have this massive breaker right here that I do think are going to act as some major resistances. The yearly open has not been tested, so if we do get back up here, I do expect more resistance here. However, ultimately, guys, I am expecting us to eventually reach this point, but this can take some time. So go ahead and sit back and relax, guys, because we do not have an ETA on when this is going to happen. Just understand that ultimately, after we do figure out some sort of a bottoming structure, I ultimately do expect us to get up here, in which case I will be selling my assets and hopefully buying back tremendously lower, because this would be a standard 618 retracement, also called an ABC, something of that nature. We can buy back lower. All right. Next we're going to look at is going to be the Bitcoin dominance, right? So Bitcoin dominance is the amount of money in percentages between altcoins and Bitcoin, right? So the higher this is, or the more bullish this is, the more money that is in Bitcoin relative to altcoins. So if you're an altcoin trader and if you want it to go up, or if you want to go down, or if you're a Bitcoin trader, you want it to go up, right? So this means bad for altcoins when it goes up, good for altcoins when it goes down. So as you guys see, we are pressing up. But last night in the Discord, I posted on how I really, really, really want to see this weekly breaker hold. To me, this is the last stand. This is the last chance for altcoins to be strong relative to Bitcoin. Okay, this is our last chance. So the weekly breaker has held as a resistance, which again is good for altcoins. All right, it's not great, but this is a bullish case for the alts that I am holding on to right now, guys. All right, if we do lose this, we'll have some sort of resistance right here, but ultimately I'm expecting to get up to the 50s region. All right, now before you think that would mean the whole entire market is just done, altcoins are dead, it's not necessarily true, guys, okay? Just like over here, okay, although this is the structure that we had in 2017 to 2018, as you guys can see, it didn't just go straight down. It had lots of ups and downs and all that craziness, right? We had a massive spike over here where this was the final blow off top of Bitcoin, okay? But ultimately, after the final blow off top, we did have a massive capitulation into altcoins. All right, this is the major run that we saw back in 2017 and 2018. All right, so just because we do come up here does not mean we can't go back and finish up the movement, okay? But in the short term, if we lose this weekly breaker, I do expect us to have some sort of major retracement up here, which is going to mean our altcoins are going to suffer in the short term. Now, the next thing I'm going to talk about is the total chart, right? So the total is all cryptocurrency based upon a market cap value. So there's currently $1.82 trillion in the market right now, guys. It's an absolutely astounding amount of money, but there is $1.82 trillion in the market. Well, as you guys can see, the total market cap is currently resting on this 4-hour support level, right? And this 4-hour support level happens to also be the same place where we're having the daily support level on Bitcoin. All right, so this level right here actually is quite a bit of support. Okay, so we really could not underestimate how much support we are currently in on this area. There is a very good likelihood that this is actually going to be the bottom and we will continue back up, okay? Because we have the falling wedge, because we have the daily support level, because the total chart is resting on the 4-hour or on the 4-hour breaker, right? And another reason why, if you go over here to the total 3, this is also the weekly breaker and also the golden pocket retracement for the total 3, right? So this is a retest of the weekly breaker and also a retest of the golden pocket retracement, okay? So this entire region is a major support, so don't underestimate it, right? And this is one reason why I'm not really concerned yet, because this is still a major support level, all right? Now, if we start dropping back below here and showing bearish market structure, yeah, I'll be terrified, right? That'd be a very, very bad sign. Or for our altcoins, if we start getting above this weekly breaker and start showing a lot of bullishness, yeah, I'll be concerned. And especially if we get down below our 4-hour level down here and start showing bearishness, that would be a very, very bad sign. But right now, I just don't think it makes much sense to be selling at this point. All right, there is a lot of bullishness in this market. I know there's a lot of news going on, but like you guys know, I don't really focus on the news, okay? So that's what I do. However, obviously, I'm not a financial advisor. You make your own decisions. Last thing I want to talk about is the DXY. DXY opened back up a few hours ago, right? And as you guys can see, although we are showing some strength on the DXY, which means money is being transitioned into US dollars, which again is not very surprising based upon all the news. And also the DXY has been closed over the weekend. It's not as aggressive as I was really expecting. All right, so we'll see what happens when markets open tomorrow. And I'd be really, really curious to see what does happen here. But ultimately, I think we still look okay. I'm really not that concerned yet. It still looks healthy. Okay, it still looks healthy, right? So if people can ignore the news and just focus on charts, they can see the overall market does not look that bad yet. It really doesn't. Okay, so things can change very quickly, as we know, but there are some warning signs, but ultimately I think it does look pretty good. Well, outside of that, I'm going to let you guys go. I'm going to keep it nice and sweet and to the point, and I will see you guys in the next video. Like always, deuces, boys. Have a good one.